Centro Latino in Council Bluffs closed 3 months ago, and they had worked with the Southwest Iowa Latinx community for almost 2 decades.
It was considered a resource hub for those in need of essential services. And as Johan Marin reports tonight, one organization is now stepping up to fill the void.
If you've ever tried learning a new language, you know it takes some work.
Learning a language at my age can be tough, but not impossible.
Doris Medrano wants to learn English because she thinks it will help her launch her own cleaning business.
In order to start a business, I feel like I need to learn English to be able to communicate with all of my clients.
She's taking classes at the La Fuente Business Center. The South Omaha organization helps Latinos get a financial leg up, but their mission slightly expanded after Centro Latino in Council Bluffs closed.
The English classes came along because we have been doing a lot of the programs on entrepreneurship. With the closing of the Centro Latino in October, really some of the individuals who were looking to get resources from them were also clients of us. So we have been trying to provide the resources.
In addition to English classes, the center is also providing information about legal services. Montoya says in the last month they received calls from 15 people in need of help.
The individuals keep coming to the Nebraska area, coming to Omaha because it has more opportunities.
The center will start holding English classes in Omaha and then Council Bluffs, giving those like Lady Cristancho more opportunity to practice her English.
I'm happy I can access different resources here. I really just want to learn English and understand more people.
The English classes for La Fuente Business Center starts this Saturday. A reminder, if you are interested in enrolling, you have to call the organization ahead. You can find all that information online at firstalert6.com. Live in the newsroom, I'm Johan Marin.